Welcome to One Girl at a Time podcast, a podcast for girls, by girls, with girls. I'm Hajid.
And I'm Amayma, and we are here to spotlight on the power that girls have in the world.
We wanted to start off this episode by saying Happy New Year's. We hope that this year will be much better than the last one for everyone, including ourselves.
We hope that you see the year 2020 as a year full of lessons that you'll take with you throughout this year and throughout the rest of your lives. For today's episode, we wanted to discuss something very prevalent in everyone's daily life, which is social media. We'll be talking about both the positives and the negatives.
We wanted to start off with the positives, and one of those things is being able to connect with friends on social media. I remember I was able maybe 2 years ago, I was able to connect with one of my preschool friends. They came up on my suggested on Instagram, and I was like, I kind of remember this person, so I decided to follow them. And then after that follow, I decided to send them a message and ask them if they remembered me. And they did, and we rekindled our friendship, and now we're really good friends again, which is thanks to social media, because preschool me didn't have a phone. Preschool me didn't have Snapchat,
Yeah.
so there was no way for me to see that friend after preschool, because the day they leave, that's when I never see them again.
Yeah, and it's not only for finding old friends. Social media can be used to connect with people that have similar interests as you. And for example, if you are into fashion, you can showcase not only your creativity and whatever, but you can see who likes the same designers as you and people who like the same things as you. And it's not only for that, but social media can be used as a place to, find inspiration and kind of get into a new hobby that you never knew that you wanted to get into. So,
Definitely. Cooking, baking,
so many things, yeah.
sports. There's a wide range of things that you can find inspiration for on social media. It's like your own personalized mood board.
Yeah.
And another thing is, on social media, you're able to showcase your individuality, talent, creativity. You could be a singer, a songwriter, you can be a gymnast, a photographer. And social media is a place where your talent can be showcased for others to see. Your individuality, maybe you're super into pink, for example. You could have like 50 pink posts, and that's you. No one
Yeah.
can say anything about it.
Because that's how you want to be perceived and perceive yourself. So it's pretty cool, and it's not only about showcasing your your creativity and all that, but you can also find other people who are into the same things as I mentioned, and it can be used as like a networking thing. So you help out someone else, and somebody else helps you out. And another thing is social media can be used to find information. Um, One thing is I know on Twitter they'll post people that are missing, and then they'll be using their resources, and people get together, and even though they don't know each other, they'll be able to put in all this work and effort into finding this missing person. Or another example would be getting information in real time. So it's very useful.
Yeah, for getting information in real time, especially on Twitter. I remember maybe 1 or 2 years back, there was a tornado, and the news wasn't being very helpful as to where that tornado was. So I decided to go onto Twitter, and it was so crazy because there were people posting photos of the tornado. Like, you could see good quality photos of the tornado, and people would update each other. Oh, the tornado just passed by here. It looks like it's headed here. Stay safe. They'd update their statuses, update their families, and that's just one of the really good and amazing qualities of social media.
Yeah, and we should get into the negatives now. I know a lot of people probably know all about all of it because, our parents kind of put it on to us. But one thing social media or too much of social media can do is take a negative toll on both your mental and physical well-being. So, according to a nonprofit called Common Sense Media, so they did like a study, and kids from ages 8 to 12 years old, so like tweens, spent like 6 hours daily. That's a fourth of the day. Like, that's a
That's a
lot of
lot
time.
of time spent on
Yeah.
a phone. And it's really bad mentally, of course, because your brain isn't focusing on anything else physically because you're laying around all day, sitting, staring at a screen. And another negative is you can grow extremely attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
others and yourself. You can become obsessed with social media. And when you become obsessed with social media, like there's so many toxic things, even though there are positive things, there are also toxic things on social media. People photoshopping their photos, giving you false realities, and that's not really good. And there was a study done by Curious stating a strong link correlation between mental health and the use of social media, stating that a prolonged use of social media may be related to symptoms of depression, anxiety, and stress.
So think about that. Like, it takes, as we mentioned, like it takes a huge toll on you. And you know, you can use social media. No one's telling you not to,
Definitely.
but it's just like too much of it can take like such a toll on you, and you need to kind of know how to manage your time and use it wisely. Those 6 hours, you could be doing something that's useful for yourself, and that,
Exercise.
right, not only that, but like you could use this time to learn a new skill that's going to help you in the future. So,
Always make sure to take time out of your day to
mhm.
disconnect, even though your friends are there, people you love, you want to talk to, connect with. It's always good to take time out of your day to disconnect because that is very important for yourself and your well-being.
And one thing social media can do to you is like you will find yourself multitasking a lot, and not only like I find myself doing that. I'll be like cleaning my room, but at the same time, like I'll be like, for example, I'll fold my clothes while watching something, like, and it's multitasking, and it can be hard if you keep doing that after a long time to focus on one thing and get one thing done at one time. So it's important to pace yourself and not get attached.
Even for myself, I scroll through TikTok while doing schoolwork, and then I just give up on the schoolwork and decide I want to be on TikTok, which is not so great of a habit.
No, yeah. But we've all been there. It's normal. It's just we want you guys to kind of like understand that, it's okay, but like we need to take the necessary steps to kind of like let go.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. And the last thing about social media that may be one of the biggest issues is cyberbullying, which is very, very serious.
hmm like I'll see like like comments and under posts, and it can be like super negative, but nobody's showing like how they're feeling at their moment all the time on social media, and you don't know what others are going through. So it's important to be mindful and understand that you don't know what's going on through this other person's head. So is this comment or yeah, comment like relevant, and if it's like, is it going to benefit them, and how is it phrased? So,
So for some people, their online identity might be fake, but for some, it's real. And it's really important just if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at
yeah.
all. That's like the a universal rule. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
knows it.
Yeah, and if there's like been situations where it's gone like so bad to other people that people will get jailed, like they will spend time in jail for bullying other people. So it's really not worth it. And if you personally see someone like commenting a negative thing on someone else's post, try to go to that account and try to like report it. And if you want, you can ask that person like, oh, why are you doing that? But it's important to like reach out to that person and kind of like understand where they're coming from and like why would you say something like that.
Definitely try not to condone cyberbullying. If you
Mm-hmm.
see it happening, try to take action because you can help somebody. Like being stuck up for really, like, it helps a person feel better, and it makes them feel like someone's in their corner. So that's why it's so important to stop cyberbullying.
Yeah, and it's always important to be mindful about like how you're managing yourself on also on Instagram or Twitter, whatever they may be. Keep in mind that if you get a negative comment, don't take it too hard. Don't let it get to you. Haters are gonna hate like everyone else says, but like
Definitely.
don't take things online too hard if they are not going to benefit you. So, you know,
And if someone wants to say negative things towards you, it's clear that there's an insecurity in their own life, which is kind
right.
of
So
sad.
if you see like someone commenting, don't go like back on like don't go back at them. Just ignore it and if it gets really bad, then confront that person, but like don't get it don't let it
Don't
get
fight hate with hate. That's
yeah.
never a good solution.
You're just gonna make the situation work. So
Well, thank you for tuning in to our third episode of One Girl at a Time podcast
once again, it's Umaima.
and Hajid, reminding you that you can change the world.
Connect with us on our social media.
If you'd like to be featured or have a question for us, send us an email at ogatpodcast@mudeltaalpha.org.
For our next episode, we will be having a very special guest, so stay tuned.
We would love to hear from you and keep being amazing. Bye!
Bye.